Dr. Goddard of CyberDyne states that the blending of human DNA and computers will create intelligent machines that will be smarter than most of the people on Earth. That's an exciting fact. So relax and let CyberDyne work for you.
Hello again. I'm here in the Security Systems Development Division of CyberDyne to talk about something you may recall from news reports several years ago. I'm talking about that day when terrorists attempted to stop CyberDyne's work. That was a major turning point for the CyberDyne Corporation. During the early days of what would become the Skynet project, that devastating terrorist attack at CyberDyne Global Headquarters nearly shut down the company completely. Even more frightening than the unprovoked attack is the fact that to this day the culprits are still at large. Robin Sandler is CyberDyne's Director of Public Relations. In the aftermath of the incident, she's been assisting a team of local and federal law enforcement agencies during a worldwide investigation of the terrorist attack.
This woman has been identified as Sarah Connor, and that's her son, John. The other man's identity has not yet been determined. Now, while we are still actively pursuing these suspects for apprehension, we would also like to state that this kind of senseless violence will never happen again at CyberDyne. In fact, this event has made security our #1 priority, not only at CyberDyne, but for the nation as well.
Attention guests of CyberDyne. Attention guests of CyberDyne. CyberDyne is a high-security facility which houses top-secret weapons systems. For your safety, we request that while standing in line, you keep your hands and arms within the railing perimeters at all times. Touching or tampering with any devices in this area will be cause for immediate removal from this facility. Have a great day.
Watching the CyberDyne Interactive Network.
CDYN Interactive Radio.
This is CIN. Now, bringing you the latest in technology from across the globe, this is CyberDyne Systems.
And welcome to CyberDyne's Product Research Center. With all this talk of technology, you're probably asking yourself, who uses CyberDyne products? A better question would be, who doesn't? No matter where you are, at work or at home, at school or at play, CyberDyne is with you. You're probably most familiar with our various telecommunication services, educational computer programs, and information networks. But there is one kind of technology that has up until now been reserved for only heavy industry and military applications. The first practical industrial robot was introduced in the 1960s. By 1982, there were approximately 32,000 robots being used in the United States. Today, there are over 20 million. Robots. They're going to be part of your everyday life sooner than you think.
Did you know that the accuracy of CyberDyne satellites allows them to read your license plate from space? That's a fact. And isn't it good to know that wherever you go, whatever you do, wherever you live, CyberDyne is with you. Several Several years ago, a terrorist attack destroyed Cyberdyne headquarters. But the dedication of key employees, like Chief of Security Grayson Hunter and Specialist Dr. Peter Silverman, have enabled Cyberdyne to climb to new heights of excellence.
Grayson Hunter has been with the Cyberdyne Corporation for over 15 years. Now Cyberdyne's Chief of Security. He was stationed as a guard during the fateful night of the attack.
Very clever hackers, these folks. They knew exactly what buttons to push. But with our new facilities, new security systems, it'll never happen again.
Concerned for employee safety, Cyberdyne brought in a specialist to address the emotional impact of the incident. Dr. Peter Silverman is the director of Cyberdyne's Employee Health and Wellness Center. Dr. Silverman previously served at the Pescadero Mental Hospital, where Sarah Connor escaped.
Sarah Connor is a potentially dangerous woman whose motives are difficult to define or rationalize. As for the male suspect, there has been no positive ID. Now, while we continue to actively seek Sarah Connor and her son John, along with the unidentified man, it is my personal goal, along with Cyberdyne's, to find these people so that we can help them lead normal lives once more.
While mysteries still loom over that fateful night, Cyberdyne has forged ahead, rebuilding itself into a bigger and better organization. Your VIP tour of our facilities will begin in just a few moments, and I'll be back to tell you a little bit more about Cyberdyne's latest developments. We will return to Inside Cyberdyne after these important messages. This is a Cyberdyne Future Watch update. As you may know, Cyberdyne engineers work closely with police departments and law enforcement agencies across America and throughout the world in an effort to help them be continually more effective. Cyberdyne's latest technological breakthroughs can be found in almost every neighborhood, city, and town. Our earliest robotic bomb detector units have evolved into ever more sophisticated systems, providing you with the security you deserve. For example, Cyberdyne speed enforcement pulsar guns can not only identify law-breaking motorists, but also issue citations and instantly deduct the appropriate fine from their personal savings or checking account. Just one more way Cyberdyne is with you. Always. Cyberdyne Research and Development. Making life better. At home, at the office, and in the field. Through technology. The Cyberdyne Military Industrial Division recently performed beta tests on the latest breakthrough in surface-to-air defense technology. It's called the Cyberdyne Handheld Satellite-Guided Surface-to-Air Missile System, or HandySam. Soon, soldiers will no longer have to spend precious time setting up expensive and sophisticated equipment. No longer will they waste time and money carrying large weapons into hard-to-reach locations. What used to take entire platoons will soon be reduced to two-man outfits capable of mobilizing in minutes. In fact, because Cyberdyne is dedicated to efficiency, soldiers don't even have to bother taking aim, thanks to our programmable satellite guidance system. Just lock, load, and fire. The HandySams will seek out and destroy the enemy aircraft all by themselves. If there's a hostile intruder above, HandySam can bring them down. Cyberdyne Systems. The future of defense is in capable hands.
You can come in.
Attention Cyberdyne guests. You are now participating in one of our new automatic guest security scans.
This scan provides us with an in-depth personal profile of each guest and searches out for any hostile intruders in the visitor center. Please direct your attention to the overhead monitor scanners and stand by. Do not be alarmed should you experience subsonic sensations. You may feel subtle vibrations, burning, itching, or inflammation as our personal evaluation scanners perform a full-body phase probe. These symptoms simply indicate that your individual scan is underway. Thank you. Each of you have now been scanned. Your personal evaluation reports will be digitized and carefully reviewed by CyberDyne physicians and security personnel. Individual reports will be available upon written request. For your security as well as ours, CyberDyne reserves the right to refuse any request. CyberDyne, making you a better person through technology.
Do you guys want non-moving seats?
Did you know that next year, while you watch television, CyberDyne will be able to watch you right through your TV screen? CyberDyne, feel safe, be secure, we're watching. Now, bringing you the latest in technology from across the globe, this is CyberDyne Systems.
Hello and welcome to CyberDyne Systems. You've been invited to participate in a historic presentation today, an unveiling of a new set of technologies that will revolutionize the world as we know it. Since its inception as a small software systems company in 1973, CyberDyne has grown into a technological powerhouse, creating new forms of computing, telecommunication, and robotic systems. But none of this would be possible without the miracle of modern-day computers. The latest chip can execute over 100 million instructions per second. With power like this, the sky's the limit. In fact, even the sky is no longer a limit for us. CyberDyne is working on a system called Skynet that will connect the world as never before. I'll be back in a minute to tell you more about CyberDyne and how we're creating technologies for a future you can't imagine.
Attention guests of CyberDyne. Attention guests of CyberDyne. CyberDyne is a high-security facility which houses top-secret weapons systems. For your safety, we request that while standing in line, you keep your hands and arms within the railing perimeters at all times. Touching or tampering with any devices in this area will be cause for immediate removal from this facility. Have a great day.
Watching the CyberDyne Interactive Network. This is a CyberDyne financial news update. In another move to dominate the management of data and information, CyberDyne spokesman announced today the signing of an exclusive contract to provide all U.S. banks and foreign financial institutions with complete information control management. In addition, CyberDyne Financial Services has entered into negotiations to oversee all computer operations for the New York Stock Exchange, the American Stock Exchange, and the NASDAQ Index. What does all of this mean to you? From now on, all your credit card purchases, banking activity, and investment moves will be tracked, recorded, and archived by CyberDyne Systems. Wherever you go in this great big world, whenever you transact business, CyberDyne will be with you. CyberDyne Systems, making certain that the world's financial future is secure. You can bank on it. This is CIN. In In other news today, CyberDyne Systems, the information and technology conglomerate, announced today the activation of its new online service entitled CyberDyne Online. This anticipated announcement sent the company's stock prices soaring in what Wall Street analysts are calling the single most important day in the stock market since the great crash of '29. What makes this online service so inviting to investors is that CyberDyne Online searches out host computers over the internet and automatically installs itself free of charge, while overtaking any existing online service that may be operating. This intelligent online service will soon give CyberDyne Systems global domination of the World Wide Web and access to personal computers around the globe. In the near future, CyberDyne Systems plans to harness the power of the chaotic internet and help to make it an orderly and functional world information system and marketplace. CyberDyne Systems, everywhere you plan to be. It's a known fact. CyberDyne employees enjoy their jobs more than most workers at other companies. That's because at CyberDyne, we realize that people are our greatest tools to building a bigger, brighter, and better tomorrow. Not only for you, but for your children, your children's children, their grandchildren, and just about everyone else's children. There's a certain pride that comes with a job well done. And at CyberDyne, we see to it that everyone has the opportunity to do his or her personal best. At CyberDyne, happiness is not only mandatory, it's policy. We care about people. That's why at CyberDyne, our people are making the future history for your kids. CyberDyne Systems. We care, so you don't have to. This is CIN. Now from CyberDyne Systems, the new and improved B-36 auto taser for military and home use. Set it on nuclear and fry the enemy. Set it on the new TKO mode and watch your kids have hours of fun with the neighbor's dog. The all-new B-36 auto taser from CyberDyne Systems. Check for availability in the CyberDyne Visitor Center store. Financing available for those who qualify. CyberDyne. We'll get them before they get you. CDYN, bringing you music and information from around the globe. And now, let's go to our live satellite uplink world music search from Costa Rica on the CyberDyne Interactive Radio Network.
Para bailar la bamba se necesita una copa.